After having spent the last 8 years of my life working as a chief of staff, I've seen firsthand the workplace habits that are costing employees big money. And the consequences of this can range from negatively infecting their career paths to their financial well-being. So in this video, I'll walk you through what these habits are and how you can avoid them. The first is failure to negotiate for higher salaries or promotions. Picture this, you've been with a company for years, delivering exceptional results, always being on top of things, but when it comes to talking about salary or promotion, you hesitate. Maybe you feel uncomfortable discussing money, or you worry about coming off too demanding. And I get it, negotiations can be intimidating. Early in my career, I made the mistake of avoiding negotiations too. I felt grateful for the job that I had, and I feared jeopardizing that by asking for more. But what I did not realize then was that failure to negotiate really set me back career-wise and financially too. By not negotiating, I left substantial amounts of money on the table year after year. And here's the thing, employers expect negotiations. They anticipate employees advocating for themselves. It's a fundamental part of the professional landscape. The solution here lies in changing your mindset, realizing that negotiations aren't confrontations or conflicts. They're really opportunities for a mutual beneficial outcome. It's about finding common ground and then establishing your worth. When I shifted my perspective and I started to ask for what I wanted, doors started to open. I learned that being prepared with solid research and understanding industry standards and then highlighting and showcasing my contributions were super effective in the negotiation discussions. And negotiating for higher salaries and promotions isn't just about for the immediate financial gain. It sets a precedent for future earnings and ensures that you are setting yourself up for success in the future. So don't let fear of negotiations hold you back any longer. Take the leap and advocate for yourself and know your worth. The next habit, costing you big and could get you booted, is dealing with workplace drama. And we've all been there, surrounded by office gossip and politics and unnecessary drama. It can be tempting to get caught up in the whirlwind, and who doesn't like tea? But I'm telling you right now, this could cost you big. In my earlier years, I found myself always entangled in workplace drama. I wasted so much time and energy just trying to hash out conflicts that usually the same employees would have over and over. And spoiler alert, a lot of those people aren't there anymore. The truth is, workplace drama can just be a black hole that sucks you away from your focus and your mental well-being and your productivity. It creates tension and it damages workplace relationships. The key to avoiding this is to prioritize open communication and conflict resolution. Instead of fueling the gossip or taking sides, approach it directly in a very professional manner. Remember that your energy is precious and how you choose to use it will determine your professional trajectory. All the employees I've came across that have really took the approach of just developing a productive mindset and staying focused instead of getting sucked into the drama always end up doing much better. The last thing employers want is to come to work and deal with a ton of drama. They probably have a ton of it in their own personal lives. The next thing costing you is not taking your lunch break. The constant hustle and pressure of the modern workplace has people often overlooking the importance of actually taking some self-time to relax and even eat. Neglecting your lunch can have such a serious consequence in your overall performance and your well-being. In the earlier years, I thought that skipping lunch would make me more productive throughout the day. I didn't realize that it was gradually draining myself, and in the mid-afternoon, I was just completely unable to perform, and I would end the day on a horrible note. I found myself facing burnout and having more decreased focus, and my health was taking a hit too. It's counterintuitive, but actually taking time away from work will actually in turn produce better performance. The solution lies in recognizing the value of a proper lunch break and then make it a standard habit routine that you always do. And when you're eating lunch, step away from your desk, get out of the space altogether. Research shows that taking regular breaks improves creativity, reduces stress, and enhances overall productivity. So make it a habit to do this. Set boundaries and communicate to your colleagues that during this time, don't bother me. Next is the failure to invest in professional development and continuous learning. The rapid pace of today's ever-evolving work landscape requires us to always level up and learn and continue to learn as developments continue. And failure to invest in your professional growth can have serious consequences. I used to make the mistake of prioritizing immediate tasks instead of focusing on my future self. I really thought that I didn't have the time or the resources to put towards professional development. But then I realized that failure to do this was leaving me falling behind more and more. The world around me was evolving, but my skills were staying very stagnant. This affected my confidence and it limited my career prospects. So I'm very cognizant about recognizing the value of continuous learning and just always trying to be a student of the game and just being very curious. Make a commitment to lifelong learning. Seek out professional development and opportunities for you to learn and grow. Explore online resources and possibly even invest in courses. Just be careful because there's so many people that'll always throw you very expensive courses when you get that information free online. And it's just important to note that growth professionally or personally doesn't just lie only in formal education. In fact, I've learned most all of my skills from informal education. I always just try to surround myself around people that I want to emulate or be like, or seek those mentorships and learn things that you could only learn doing them instead of just reading about them. The next thing costing you big is being available after hours. Notice that the balance between life and work has become recently blurred. This has led to expectations of always being available, but sacrificing your personal time can have detrimental effects to your well-being. I know so many people now that work remote and outside that 9-to-5 landscape, so many of their employers just expect them to always be available. And I fell into this trap early also when I'd start new jobs because I'd always want to be that person that was always going above and beyond. But it comes at a cost when you're doing it outside of your available hours. When you choose to prioritize your work outside of your free time, that can cause you to get burnt out rapidly. It can cause you to strain relationships and your overall well-being will just decline. The solution here just lies in setting clear boundaries and know that when you're at work, you're working, and when you're not, and just setting those parameters. Let it be known that when you're not at work, you have a life too, and you're gonna be doing other things. You might have a family, or you might have a basketball league, or whatever the case may be, but that's your time to do that. And if you don't have stuff outside of work and that's why you're always working, then you gotta find a hobby, bro. Maybe make a YouTube channel, we'll do some collabs. Next is thinking that self-worth equals professional success. In the pursuit of professional success, a lot of us tend to equate our self-worth to our workplace achievements. But when you tie your self-worth to solely just your career, this could have profound consequences and it could leave you feeling really burnt out and really miserable. I always thought that climbing the ladder and accumulating accolades would bring me the most happiness, but it didn't. By tying my self-worth to my personal achievements, I experienced so much pressure and I just felt this sense of emptiness. It affected my mental well-being and it affected all the relationships outside of my work. It's really just coming to terms with our self-worth not being directly tied to our professional careers. The ultimate goal is just cultivating a well-rounded life where you're pursuing things in and outside of work. And true fulfillment, at least for me, comes in just finding that balance between my life and how I live it in and outside of work. Your self-worth is not dictated by your job title or the number of achievements you have. Professional achievements are just one piece of a larger tapestry that makes up who you are. Remember that it's never too late to make positive change. Embrace these insights and then take actionable steps and then watch your professional and your personal career begin to advance and take off. Thank you so much for watching this video. Seriously guys, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I know you could be watching anything else, but you somehow found my tiny channel and you clicked it, and thank you. If this video did bring you value though, please hit that like button and also subscribe and share it with someone that you think could benefit from it. I make new videos every week and I'd love for you to watch more of them. There should be a card coming up right here. And thanks again. I'll see you in the next one. Later.